அறிவோம் நன்றாக குருவார்க குருவே துணை. அறிவோம் நன்றாக குருவார்க குருவே துணை. அறிவோம் நன்றாக குருவார்க குருவே துணை. குருவே துணை. குருவே துணை. அருணகிரிநாத குருவே நம. முதல் பாடல் விநாயகர் பெருமானே. We ask him to bless this Katcheri. கலை முதலாகி ஒளி தரும் ஞானே கருணை வழங்கம்பி நாயகனே. மலை மகன் அவன்தான் முதல் மகன் நான் அவன் மழை ஒரே நானினில் மூலவேணி. ஜய கணேஷ ஜய கணேஷ ஜய கணேஷ மகராஜ. ஜய கணேஷ ஜய கணேஷ ஜய கணேஷ மகராஜ. சித்தி விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே சாந்த ஸ்வரூப. சித்தி விநாயகனே சிவகணநாத. சித்தி விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே சாந்த ஸ்வரூப. சித்தி விநாயகனே சிவகணநாத. விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே சாந்த ஸ்வரூப. சித்தி விநாயகனே சிவகணநாத. கற்பகமி அருள்வாய் பிள்ளையார் சுவாமி. கற்பகமி அருள்வாய் பிள்ளையார் சுவாமி. கற்பகமி அருள்வாய் பிள்ளையார் சுவாமி. கற்பகாம்பிகையன் மகனே விநாயகனே கற்பகாம்பிகையன் கமல விநாயகனே. சித்தி விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே சாந்த ஸ்வரூப. சித்தி விநாயகனே சிவகணநாத. சிவனார் மகனே தங்கத்தில் தாராமல் சிவனார் மகனே. அருமுகன் நன்னனே பிள்ளையார் சுவாமி. அருமுகன் நன்னனே பிள்ளையார் சுவாமி. சித்தி விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே சிவகணநாத. சித்தி விநாயகனே காந்த ஸ்வரூப. பிள்ளையார்பட்டி அமைந்தவனே கற்பகமநாத. பிள்ளையார் அமைந்தவனே கற்பகமநாத. திருவார் சுவாமியே கற்பகநாத. திருவார் சுவாமியே கற்பகநாத. விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே சாந்த ஸ்வரூப. சித்தி விநாயகனே சிவகணநாத. சித்தி விநாயகனே சித்தி விநாயகனே My next padagam comes from the Manikavasar Tiruvasagam, whereby he glorifies Namashivaya Paramani. Having made contact with Namashivaya Paramani, embraced Namashivaya Paramani as his guru. And he says to Namashivaya Paramani, you are my father, you are my mother, you are the bright gemstone that has entered my life. Namashivaya Paramani, in all my previous days before I met you, I lived a way that was not conducive to good spirituality. I lived a way of lies, I lived a way of treachery, I lived a way of all the wrong things that I've gone through. But now that I found you, Namachivaya Paramani, you have turned my life around. You have taught me Saivam. Saivam means you have embraced me with this new formula in life that we refer to as Saivam, whereby all my Hanavams are gone, all my ego, all my pride, all those things are gone. And now I turn only to you now, Namashivaya Paramani. Namachivayavi, 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 Jnanamam Kalviyam, Namachivayavi, Nannari Vichayam, Namachivayavi, Nanavindu Yatumi, Namachivayavi, Nannari Katumi. Ammaye appappa Oppila maniye, Ammaye appappa Oppila maniye, Anbinil dilende Mahatamudi. Ammaye appappa Oppila maniye, Anbinil dilende Mahatamudi. Oimaye peruki Orudinai turukum Thirunyana Sambandar in his final Padikam, swapping over. Thirunyana Sambandar in his very, very final Padikam, before he became one with Namachivaya Paramani, he sings and he says to us, Nama Shivaya, the Panchaksharam, the 5-syllable mantra. This is the mystic 5 syllables. It is the sum and total of the entire 4 Vedams put together. If one constantly chants it, one doesn't have to study the Vedas. You become one with Lord Namashivaya himself. By constantly chanting these 5 letters with love, even with tears, they will lead you along the path of righteousness. That is what all of us try to work towards, the path of righteousness. Namachivaya Paramani, all those that sing them will survey their connections to bondage and attachment. When we talk about bondage and attachment, Swandam, Bandham, Pasam, ownership, bondage, attachment. These are the 3 very, very powerful emotions that bring you back here time and time and time and again. Every time, what we refer to as Pirivikara, the ocean of birth and death. It's a constant cycle. Namachivaya Paramani. The only way we can snap this umbilical cord that brings us back here on an ongoing basis is by constantly chanting your glorious name. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Kadalagi Kasindu Kannir Malgi Kadalagi Kasindu Kannir Malgi
ஏற்றவள்ளார் எல்லாம் வந்த
அருக்கி வளார்களே வந்த பாதம் அருக்கி வளார்களே வந்த பாதம் அருக்கி வளார்களே ஓம் நம சிவாய சிவாய நம 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 There's a Tamil word that's called vidhi. Vidhi means your fate. Sometimes people will tell you it is difficult to waver any vidhis. What is meant for you in this life, you will definitely go through it. But on the same token, if you pray to Lord Namah Shivaya Paramani, vidhi is controlled by what we refer to as the Navagraha, 9 planets. They control your whole entire lifestyle. But it is said sometimes, we can overcome this vidhi. Not by wavering it, you cannot waver it. Whatever is meant for you is due to you. That's all the karma that you picked up in all your births, all your previous births, and your current birth as well. But you can soften the intensity of that vidhi. How do you do that? Worshipping Namah Shivaya Paramani. Tirunjana Samandar says, come hell or high water, I pray to you around Namah Shivaya Paramani. I'm walking into danger. I'm walking into the lion's den. You save me. He's put his total faith in Namah Shivaya Paramani. Veyuru toli pangan vidamunda kan Veyuru toli pangan vidamunda kan Viganalla veenai padavi Veyuru toli pangan vidamunda kan Viganalla veenai padavi Maataru tingal gangai Maataru tingal It is said in our scriptures, we can forget a lot of things in life, but there is one thing that we must never forget, and that is Namachivaya, the constant chanting of Namachivaya Paramani. When we talk about there is a number of things that we can forget in life, a mother, which is almost an impossibility, might forget the child that she is brought forth into this world. That child might forget the mother that it had brought forth. Nobody can ever forget one's mother. We pray to you, Lord Namashivaya Paramani. Give us this opportunity of constantly thinking about you. The Vedams, the Puranams, the Srimad Bhagavata Puranam, more especially, confers the constant chanting of Lord Namashivaya's name is the only recipe for you to evolve spiritually. Nothing else. பெற்ற தாய் தனை மகமறந்தாளும் பெற்ற தாய் தனை மகமறந்தாளும் பிள்ளையே பெரும் தாய் மறந்தாளும் உற்றதே கத்தை உயிர் மறந்தாளும் உற்றதே கத்தை உயிர் மறந்தாளும் உயிரை மேவியை உடல் மறந்தாளும் நமச்சிவாயவே நான் மறந்தாளும் நமச்சிவாயவே நான் மறந்தாளும் நமச்சிவாயவே நான் மறந்தாளும் ஓசை ஒளியெல்லாம் ஆனாய் நீ ஓசை ஒளியெல்லாம் ஆனாய் நீ ஓசை ஒளியெல்லாம் ஆனாய் நீ உலகுக்கு ஒருவனாய் நின்றாய் நீயே ஓசை ஒளியெல்லாம் ஆனாய் நீ உலகுக்கு ஒருவனாய் நின்றாய் நீயே வாசமலர் எல்லாம் ஆனாய் நீயே வாசமலர் எல்லாம் ஆனாய் நீயே வாசமலர் எல்லாம் ஆனாய் நீயே மலையான் மருகனாய் நின்றாய் நீயே மலையான் must ask ourselves, we have people at that level financially. We have people at that level financially. And we also have people at that level financially. Those people can afford it. These people can afford doing rituals, doing all the prathanas, doing whatever we possibly can. What about those people down there? They do not have the resources. Turnavarkarasa says, Namachivaya Paramani, all that I require to worship you, all that I require to worship you, Jalam Povodu Dubam Marandu Arien, Tamilode se Padal Marandu Arien, Nalam Tingile Unne Marandu Arien, Munamam, in Naval Marandu Arien. Namachivaya Paramani, as long as I got water that I can offer to your lotus feet, as long as I have a flower that can offer to your lotus feet, as long as I have Dubam to turn light for you, Namachivaya Paramani, coming from a South Indian stock, as long as I can sing beautiful hymns and praises of your glory, Namachivaya Paramani, please grant me your grace. Nalam Tingile Unnai Marundwariyan, irrespective of my standing in life, whether I'm there, whether I'm down here, doesn't make any difference. Unnamam, yen naval Marundwariyan, please do not let the opportunity arise whereby my tongue must forget to chant your glorious name. Jalam Povodu Dubam Marandu Arien, Jalam Povodu Dubam Marandu Arien, Tamilodu Isai Padal Marandu Arien, Nalam Tingilam Unnai Marandu Arien, Unnamam Yennaval Marandu Arien, Shiva Peru Mani, Shiva Peru Mani, Shiva Perumani, Shiva Perumani, Shiva Perumani, Shiva Perumani. Kotrai Yenavaru Vilakayile Kotrai Pala Saitana Nanadiyen Kotrai Yenavaru Vilakayile Kotrai Pala Saitana Nanadiyen
Nandri Guru Thamo for those beautiful renditions. It's always such a pleasure to have you with us and also for your wonderful words of wisdom. It's so heartwarming and it's always a privilege to have you join us. It now gives me great pleasure in inviting our youth speaker for today, Arya, who will be delivering today's discourse.
Vanakkam, my name is Arya and I am part of the Jothi and Mayam youth movement. Today I'm going to be speaking to you about transcending the ego through the teachings of Lord Shiva. Today, I want to talk to you about something that affects all of us, our ego. The ego is that part of us that says, I am this or I am better than that. It makes us feel separate from others and drives us to act out of self-interest. But in the path of spirituality, the ego is often seen as a major obstacle. And that's where Lord Shiva, with his example, teaches us on how to transcend the ego and move toward a higher state of being. Lord Shiva is often depicted as the ultimate symbol of humanity and renunciation. He is attached to wealth, power, or status. This is evident from the way he is, dwelling in the mountains with little more than a simple attire and a calm nature. Despite his immense power as the creator, preserver, and destroyer of the universe, he remains humble and free from the pride that comes with ego. One of the most important lessons we can learn from Lord Shiva is his selflessness and endless love. Shiva is often seen as a giver, whether it's his protection, his wisdom, or his compassion. He acts completely out of love for his devotees. In the song Namah Shivaya Vajge, it is said that he is the God for everyone, the animals, trees, humans, even negative spirits and stones. Lord Shiva's example shows us that true greatness does not come from feeding the ego, but from serving others without expecting anything in return. To transcend the ego, we must learn to act selflessly. We must detach from the need for recognition, praise, or reward for our actions. Shiva's life reminds us that humanity is the key to overcoming the grip of the ego. When we act from a place of humanity, we realize that we are not the center of the universe. We become more connected with others, seeing ourselves as part of the greater whole rather than the separate from it. So, how can we begin to transcend the ego in our own lives? The first step is through mindful actions. Mindfulness means being fully present in everything we do, whether it's speaking to someone, doing our daily work, or helping a friend. When we perform actions with the awareness and intention, without selfish thoughts or desires, we create a space for humanity to grow. We become aware of our motives and can make space and choices that align with selflessness. Another good practical step is reducing self centered desires. Often our ego is driven by the desire to be better, to be seen, or to be recognized. We constantly compare ourselves to others and seek approval. But if we focus on serving the greater good instead of seeking our own again, we start letting go of the self centeredness. We ask ourselves, what can I give, not what can I get? By focusing on others and not ourselves, we move away from ego driven actions. Lastly, we can work on focusing on service to others. Just as Lord Shiva serves the universe with no expectation of reward, we too can serve the people around us, our families, friends, or even strangers. Service doesn't always have to be grand. It can be small acts of kindness like listening to someone who is going through a hard time, helping someone in need, or just offering a kind word. When we focus on others' well being, we slowly break down the walls built by our ego and open hearts to greater love and compassion. Our youth movement slogan is extending one hand to help someone has a greater value than joining two hands in prayer. This emphasizes that even through prayer is important in our lives, serving others is in itself a prayer to Lord Shiva and is needed for spiritual growth. In conclusion, we must let go of the I and the me and focus on something greater than ourselves. By practicing mindful actions, reducing self-centered desires, and serving others, we can begin to dissolve the ego and embrace a life of humanity, compassion, and selflessness, just like Lord Shiva. Thank you, Nandri.
Thank you, Arya, for those inspiring words today. We are incredibly proud of you, watching you grow from a little baby into the young spiritual adult that you are today. May Lord Shiva bless you in abundance, and may all of your prayers be answered. Can you just come forward? Guru Basil would like to bless you and present you with a small token. Okay, now we have a very special part of our program. We are going to introduce the little spiritual darlings of Jothi and Mayam, who have prepared a small presentation for all of us. So, can I please call forward Arya, Dhanrika, Divya, Divyan, Shriya, and Oriana.
Strong. Like Lord Shiva, be strong and brave in every way.
H. Happy. Lord Shiva, be happy. So, like Lord Shiva is happiness, so of joy. So let your heart be light and joyful. I. Invincible. With Lord Shiva's blessing, nothing can stop you. You're invincible. V. Valiant. Be valiant like Lord Shiva. Always ready to face challenges with courage.
A. All powerful Lord Shiva's power guides the universe. Let his strength inspire you to achieve great things.
Anbe Shivam, Shivame Anbu.
A very big thank you to our little kiddies. It is not easy for them to stand in front of everybody and speak, but they did so ever willingly, And we hope and pray that Lord Shiva blesses them in abundance. We just have a few small tokens for them. Guru Basil will bless them and present them with the tokens.
பிணிதீர்க்கும் பதிகம். வெப்பத்தினால் உண்டாகும் நோய்களான காய்ச்சல், உஷ்ணஜுரம், அம்மை முதலியன நீக்கும் பதிகம்.